What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another educational video. Today, I'm going to be teaching y'all what equilibrium is. It's a super easy concept to learn, and I use this in my strategy, and most people I know also use this in their strategies. So basically what equilibrium is, it is the 50% mark, or the halfway mark, from the most recent high to the most recent low, or in other case, the most recent low to the most recent high. So there's two types of equilibrium. There's bullish equilibrium and there's bearish equilibrium. Bullish equilibrium is when price goes up due to the equilibrium. Let me just draw that out right now. Bullish equilibrium, right? Simple as this. Get you a little high. Here's a high. And here's your high. Right, here's your high, here's your high. And then I'll even mark this out. Here is your low. Right. Most recent high. You don't even really need this one. Most recent high, most recent low. Okay, y'all got that? Most recent high, most recent low. And what tool you're going to be using is called a GAN box. Here is what your GAN box should look like. But if you're new to this, most likely your GAN box does not look like this. So here are my GAN box settings. So if y'all's GAN box looks completely different and super weird, go ahead and copy down these settings. Pause the video, screenshot, and just copy all these settings. And then you should be good to go, and your GAN box should look something like this. Without further ado, you want to take your GAN box, and on bullish equilibrium, you take your GAN box from your low up to your high. This is for bullish equilibrium. Low to high. Low to high on bullish equilibrium. Now what happens, which is under, so you may be asking, right, what is these two boxes, right? What are these two little, what is this halfway point even determining, right? Basically, this bottom zone is a discount zone, is what I like to call it. And the top zone is a premium zone. What does this mean? So the discount zone, it means when price comes below this halfway point, say price comes below, it means price is now at a discounted price. It means price is at a cheap price. So in terminology, let's say you're at the grocery store, right? And you see an apple, and the apple's on sale, and it's on sale for a super discounted price. What are people going to do when they see that apple? They're going to buy it. So what buyers are seeing right here, they're seeing price come down. They're seeing price enter this discounted zone, and they're thinking, oh, price is at a cheap price. I'm going to buy this. So once a bunch of buyers start buying it, what does it do? It goes up. Simple as that. It just goes up. Now, this does not always go up every time, but most likely it goes up. Now, basically the same thing but reversed for bearish equilibrium. So bearish equilibrium, say we're in a downtrend. Let's go ahead and mark out, here's your most recent high, and here is your most recent low. Okay, so take your GAN box, not from the low to the high, but from the high to the low on bearish equilibrium. Take it from the high all the way down to the low. Make a text box for that too. High to the low. Oops. All right. Now, on bearish equilibrium, so when price comes up into this premium zone above this halfway mark, basically what's happening, same terminology, you're at a grocery store and you see apples, but they're in a very overpriced position. Their price is way higher than it normally is. What's going to happen here? What do you think is going to happen? Buyers are seeing this. They're like, oh, it's overpriced. So what's going to happen? No, they're not going to buy it. So price falls. Price will eventually fall. Simple as that. Good, good, good. Now, this is a continuation confluence, not a confirmation confluence. This is not switching trend. This is not switching from an uptrend to a downtrend. This is continuing a trend. This is a confluence to continue a trend, not switch it. Make that clear. Now, let's hop into the charts. Let's go to the S&P. Let's go to the S&P. See what we got here. Let's see. Here's a good example of some. Let me move that. Here's a pretty good example of some bullish equilibrium. Take it from the most recent high to the most recent low to the most recent high. What does price do? Price comes down into this discounted zone. Buyers are seeing this. Buyers start to buy, and less people are selling, so it pushes up and continues the trend. See if we can find some bearish equilibrium now. Here is a good example of some bearish equilibrium. So what happens here? Take it from our most recent high to our most recent low. Price comes up into this premium zone. Also, I want to point this out, comes up into this premium zone followed with a liquidity sweep. Maybe even an SMT too. Liquidity sweep. And then what does price do? It continues a downtrend. Continuation confluence, you see? Now, let me find a time where we have equilibrium, but it does not work, because equilibrium is not always going to work. Actually, here's another great example of some bearish equilibrium. Most recent high, most recent low. Price comes up, falls down, continues the trend. Alrighty. Let's find one where it doesn't work. Here we go. So here's some equilibrium that does not work out. Most recent, we just broke structure. We're starting an uptrend. Oops. Starting an uptrend. Price comes down into this zone and almost starts to come up, but continues in a downtrend and falls down. And all right, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. It's pretty much all you need to know about equilibrium, how to spot it, how to find it, what it is. It's pretty much all you need to know. And I do want to give you guys some homework. So all I want you guys to do is find 5 versions of bullish equilibrium, 5 versions of bearish equilibrium, and then 5 examples of when you get equilibrium but it doesn't continue down or continue up. So 5 ways of when equilibrium does not work. And that's pretty much all I got. Hope y'all have a blessed night or day, and I will see y'all later. Peace.